Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and welcome to review of Titanfall. There's no sound in this particular piece because I had voiceover because this was from the day one, so I had to delete it out. So the first thing that we're going to check is we're going to go into the visual options and take a look at that. So I'm going to show a couple of different other things in this as well as the guns available. If you do want to look at any other footage from Titanfall, I usually only include new footage in the review, and you can check out the rest of the footage in the other two day ones. Alright, so this is a very stable game. It did have some weird points where it did not want to play very well, and we had a lot of frame drop, things like that. That's not really been the case. Now it's playing pretty smooth. You could run it on double buffered, and you could run very high with everything maxed out on a 660 Ti. On GTX 660 Ti, you could run everything maxed and at very high, and then maybe if you have a 3 gigabyte graphics card, you could turn on insane and enjoy that. I would look through YouTube and find some footage of that. I might even do that myself and see what that particular setting looks like. So like I was saying, you want to see some extra footage additional to this one here, check out my other two day ones. I have training and campaign. I think I have training, campaign, and then multiplayer, I believe. Or maybe the campaign and the training are part of one. So you see here that high is the max for each of those. So just turn those up to high. If you have 660 Ti, have it on very high. AA you can set to 16. And then we'll jump into footage right now. And the volume will return. Alright, so this game is very good. I really enjoyed it. I think that there's some basic things that make it very faulty, though. It has a lot of faults and a lot of annoyances and things like that. I mean, the game itself is beautiful. I mean, right here, looking at the engine's absolutely gorgeous. The game's absolutely gorgeous. But there's just some huge issues. One of the huge issues is, you'll see here, is that for whatever reason, in the future, they come up with advanced armor, but they don't come up with guns to kill people with those advanced armor. So you're sitting there putting half a clip into a pilot in order to kill him. As you see there, it takes a lot of bullets to kill somebody. And even with a sniper rifle, which I do have some footage of, it's a single bolt. It's a semi-automatic rifle, sniper rifle, and it will take 4 rounds to kill somebody. So here you see it. As well as, of course, the number of guns. The number of guns are also a big problem, which I have later on in this video. I show you how many guns there are. There's basically only one. There's basically only one type of each. So, but there is some cool things about this game, you know, the Titans, the jetpacks and things like that. I think it just kind of clutters the game. I mean, it's really a game towards your type of what you enjoy and what types of games you like, because this could be this could be to your liking, or it could not be to your liking. It really depends, because I found quite a bit of annoyances with it, and quite a bit of things that just didn't really make too much sense. Mainly the bullet damage, as for example this automatic pistol here, it would take something like like a whole clip to kill somebody. So it's like, you know, see, it's almost impossible to get 2 kills in a row with one clip. and especially when the guns are about 10 levels apart from each other, so you need to go 10 levels before you unlock another gun. And your first really good bolt-action sniper rifle doesn't come until about, I don't know, level 44, I believe, is for your first bolt-action rifle. Especially when you get, you know, outclassed with one of those standard pistols there. I just don't understand some portion of this. And also, the modes are pretty basic, but I still didn't have any problem with that. I enjoy those game modes. Those are standard of people that play FPS. There's nothing really different. You know, there's hardpoint, there's attrition, which is basically you kill everything. There's last Titan standing, where you're given a Titan and you have to be the last Titan standing, and whichever team's got the last Titan standing wins. And then you have Pilot Hunter, where it's basically you only get points from killing pilots. The only big difference to this game compared to quite a bit of other FPSs is that you have bots walking around, which does really supplement the gameplay, as you're not walking around as much, not finding anybody to kill. Especially when, I don't know why this is, but there is only 6 on 6 so far with Titanfall. They said that they are working on changing that to giving you the options to play with your friends and having custom game. But I honestly don't think that there's going to be too much of a look into playing this competitively. I don't know, maybe it does have some tournament potential, but I don't think so, because there's quite a bit of annoyances, you know, people jumping around, running on walls, and taking so many bullets to kill anyways.
Warning, severe reactor damage sustained.
But like I said, it is a revolutionary game. I hope that they change that on the second go around, or in upcoming patches. I'm pretty sure they could do that in upcoming patches. You know, boost up the weapon damage a little bit, and I don't know what they're gonna do about the jumping on the walls. You can't really, that's already part of the mechanic. You can't just really go out and be like, you know, that was a mistake. But other than that, it plays really good. I really like the HUD. I really like the burn cards. The burn cards are pretty cool as well. The burn cards are basically what you get when you get enough kills, or you do an achievement. You get a card that allows you to get an upgrade, such as I'll give you an example. You have a Wi-Fi hack where you could turn your enemy's team specters on your team. You have inscription, I believe, which is where you could bring all of your the nearby grunts to earning points for you.
As many hard points as you can. Patch me into them, and I'll take care of the rest.
And there is, if you're good enough and you're farming quite a bit of kills from those grunts and the specters and this and that, it will really help you with getting your Titan very quick. So the game could be pretty, you could be getting Titans quite a bit. So it depends if you like that or not. I know some people that I've talked to that didn't like it, that, you know, it's mainly Titan battlings. There's not really, you know, any human on human battling. So most of the time, I also find myself most of the time just battling Titans until I get a Titan of my own. So once my Titan goes down, I go and try to kill their Titan, and then get my Titan and try to kill their Titans, and then I get killed and I go after their Titan. So it's just kind of endless, you know, battling robots with humans in them, not necessarily the pilots. Because the Titans are the ones that can hold hard points like this, so that's the big thing that you want to keep out of there. you don't want to have a lot of Titans sitting in the hard points.
Pilots. The enemy
So
have
you
all the hard
eventually,
points.
like, just forget about the pilots being in there. And also, if you notice, even with this gun here, this one's it starts with B. I can't remember exactly what it is. But even that takes a good like 3 bursts in order to kill a
We got Charlie.
pilot. So it really takes a lot of bullets to kill people, especially when they're jumping off the walls. Like I said, really difficult to reel those kills in and get them to help your team go towards winning.
Charlie's under attack.
Especially at EA's full price point of $60 when most PC games are $30. Maybe not $30, sorry, $50.
Control of all hard points. Get in the fight and take them back.
Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
But overall, hopefully it will allow FPSs that are coming out, you know, Call of Duty to think a little bit more outside the box, even though part of me says, you know, don't do that. But at least for the engine-wise, I mean, the graphics are the biggest thing, are the biggest addition to a game like this. Is the engine that it's using, the settings that it has involved. I think it's, from what I can remember, it's got a field of view. It's got these burn cards, which is also something that they could use in Call of Duty, but you know, not in any competitive type mode. But I still think it's kind of cool to add in there, and also maybe even the AI. But in a game like Call of Duty, you wouldn't want to have AI. It's just computer versus computer. And I don't think that they would even add. I mean, it's real life player against real life player, and I don't think that they would ever add Titans or vehicles either, because that's not what Call of Duty is known for. It's known for soldiers versus soldiers fighting on a battlefield.
You got it. Stand by for Titanfall.
I mean, really, I wish there was just more that I could say about it, but it's just the biggest thing about it, like I said, is the graphics and the ingenuity that it's doing. I mean, do I personally like that there's like not really a campaign? No, I think it's a great written story. I think it would have played out great as a campaign, and I really want to know why these IMC and militia are fighting.
Okay, I'm securing this hard point. Almost there.
Warning. Excessive damage sustained.
Halfway to securing the hard point.
But other than that, that's basically all it's missing. I mean, if you enjoy what you're seeing here and you enjoy what you see in the day one video, then I would check that out. I would check this game out because I would see that people that enjoy this type of game would really enjoy playing it. I find myself not playing all too often. And if I do play, I'll crave one game and then not really play after that game.
Bypass complete.
Damage core offline.
Alpha's under attack.
Warning.
Great.
Core
This hard
reactor
point's
overload.
secured. We have one more to go.
Alright, let's see what other kind of footage we have coming up.
Pilot, your
Alright, so we have one last piece of footage, and then I have a Last Titan Standing footage, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Hey, you're approaching Bravo. Watch for hostiles.
Alright, so there's one last attrition footage.
pilot, your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
It's been a really close fight so far, but the mission's far from over. Let's it up and show the IMC what we can do.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
It's pretty fun, you know, just taking out some of the grunts sometimes,
Be advised,
boosting some
Titan will be ready in
points
30 seconds.
towards your Titan, dropping that time down. And of course, being inside the Titan is just awesome. I love the Titan experience, and I think it's really revolutionary to this type of game. You know, most of the time you see games that just have Titans or just have foot soldiers. They never try to balance between the two. But of course, they do. I mean, they do have games like that. You know, the Battlefield is very similar, having a balanced, you know, tank, a balanced helicopter, a balanced airplane, and then having vehicles and having foot soldiers. So I guess it's something where it's like it's a little bit more packed of a Call of Duty game, I guess you could say. It's got more options. It's got kind of less. It's kind of got less guns that you could pick from. So it's a little bit more straightforward.
We're way ahead of the IMC. We're only partway through the mission, so keep doing what you're doing.
Transferring to pilot.
So you see here that just the Titan battles are absolutely awesome. That's, like I said, probably the best thing about the game. And also, of course, like I said, they were thinking outside the box. And the engine's great, the netcode's great, the hit recognition is pretty good, there's very little lag. So I think it's a well-executed game. It's just that, you know, it's probably not going to be in the style of some of the people that, you know, play first-person shooters, such as Call of Duty.
We're totally crushing it. The IMC don't stand a chance. It won't be long before we finish this fight. Press the streak.
Damage core online. Warning. Hostile pilot detected on board. Recommend you
All right, we got what we came for. Awesome work, team. Mission accomplished.
Well done, guys. The IMC are attempting to escape by drop ships, but I've marked their extraction points for you. Don't let them get away.
Strider is down.
I got quite a bit of kills there on that particular nuclear ejection there. So you see how many shots it takes to kill somebody, and I know I have a silencer on this gun. I don't think it should make that big of a difference from that type of distance.
Before they get to the evac point.
But yeah, I think the game could have used a little bit more of weapon choices, and
The enemy dropship has arrived. Destroy it before they get away.
I'm pretty sure that they could improve it. Alright, so coming up to the end of this footage, then I just have last Titan standing, and that's it.
This is a Titan mission. Wipe out the enemy team's Titans and make sure we're the last one standing.
Critical damage. Take evasive action. Warning. Multiple Titans engaging.
course, if you really just like the Titan battles, you could just play this the whole time. So I mean, it does have that that for everybody. And here, of course, even when you run out of Titan, you still have the chance to, you know, put some hurt down. All right, so I'm gonna go over some of the guns here. So if you look here in the primary, you see that there's only about one of each type. There's a 3-round burst, there's a shotgun, there's a smart pistol, there's an SMG, there's a single shot, and a bolt-action rifle sniper, and then kind of like a another type of SMG, I guess. And then for the Titans, there's only 3 different chassis and only a couple of guns, and also the perks aren't too wide to choose from, so it keeps the possibilities kind of limited. You see here some of the perks, and of course they're also a lot later of a unlock level. And kind of don't really help much at all. But they do have that gender option, which is a little different than most games. Alright, so I guess we'll jump into the final thoughts. So I'll wait for this this particular section to cut off. Alright, so final thoughts. I think the game all around is a pretty good performer. I mean, it's an overall solid game, very, very good execution. I mean, it's definitely better than Ghosts. You know, Ghosts definitely did not have the engine ready. The engine played terribly. But other than that, from what I can remember, it was alright. Besides the engine and the snipers were kind of whack. It's like one of those Call of Duties that is pretty well rounded that they got, because it's like everybody has their own favorite Call of Duty where they like the balance, because it seems that in each Call of Duty they either messed up on the guns, the balancing of the guns, they messed up on the network code, it was really laggy, or they messed up on the engine. So it's like you have to, it's like which one could you live without in the Call of Duty? This one has all of it. It has, you know, the net code, the beautiful game engine, lots of settings to pick from for different hardware, for enthusiasts and standard gamers. You know, each person has their own thing. It's also got the standard gameplay with, you know, more modern type guns. They kind of set back from the campaign, which I particularly didn't like, but most multiplayer gamers would like. Is that that they don't waste the time. They have the bots, so that's AI code. And great, like I said, great net code, great solid, stable engine that plays pretty well for me. Besides a couple hiccups, it's got a couple glitches, and the gun balancing is great. The guns are balanced everywhere, but it just takes way too long to kill somebody, I think, to take them all the way down. And there's not really, from what I remember, there isn't a hardcore mode, and there isn't a 6x6, and you can't get any more than 6x6. Six players versus 6 players. And they got around that, I guess, by adding in bots, and they said eventually that they would patch that up to where you could have more and have private games. So like I said, it's an average well put together shooter. I mean, there's nothing really super exquisite about it. You know, you try to say something's super good, and then next thing you know, you find out something else that's not that great. So it was maybe more than what we thought we were gonna get, or we thought it was gonna be more. But I think that it performed pretty well, and I'll definitely be looking forward to the second one, or maybe even patches. But I don't know. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea. It's a good game, but I don't know. I'm still more of a Call of Duty fan. So past what I believe about it, if you like what you see in this video, and you like what you saw in my day one, and you like what you saw in the multiplayer, because that's basically all what it is, then it's the game for you. I mean, you would definitely love playing it, and I could see people playing it as their day-to-day, but you're going to get bored because the competitive, there isn't really any competitiveness there because there's bots walking around, and you could have your Titan automatically be shooting. So this is just like a casual game that you would play. There's not really any too much competitiveness, so I think that you would get bored eventually. I would really like to see how it turns out and how well it performs, and see how good of a backing EA gives to it, and if it gives it all the stuff that it really needs. Alright, so this has been Steven from the Legit PC, and I'd like to thank you for watching my review of Titanfall. So me, I'm kind of on the fence with it. It's a good game, and if you're craving Titanfall, I would play like 1 or 2 games, and then that's it. Would I be playing it every day, my only shooter? Probably not. But it does kind of have that possibility, but I think eventually over time you'll get bored of it and just drop it. So whatever you think, that's my personal opinion. I think it was, like I said, great execution, and it's definitely a game I enjoyed, and I'll probably still play it a little bit, but is it the best thing ever? No. That's where I'll leave it at. And hopefully we'll see some other studios follow suit in the execution quality of this type of game, but I still want to see, campaigns, full-fledged campaign stories, and even first-person shooters like this. Alright, so this has been Steven from Legit PC, and this is my review of Titanfall. And if you like my videos, please subscribe for more videos like it. Stay tuned for my next video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy. Have a good day.